So last week I made this video right here called The Millionaire Blueprint. And it was about really how to make $6,000 a week by being in the money on Tesla to protect yourself. Here I am a week later making this video to follow up on that video to show you how important it is to sometimes protect yourself when you can. So let's look at the chart here. So I was making this video right around in here at 347. And I said, you know what? I think the stock could go back and fill this gap, right? And it could go in here and maybe it could fill that gap too, but I didn't think it was going to do that. I just thought it was going to come back and test some of these areas in here. And so what we decided to do is we decided to sell the options, the 325s that expired Friday. And since they expired Friday, on Friday, we let them go, right? And we still have the base position. Well, fortunately today we have a big bounce up, but what my point is here is that the stock declined from 347 all the way down to 320. And because we got the $6 worth of juice plus all of that in the money amount, we didn't lose any money for the week. In fact, we made $6,000 in juice. And today I'm going to show you the rest of the trade that we're going to do for the next few days. Okay, so here we go. So if you remember, we bought the synthetics. These were the February 240s, and we paid around $116.75 for them. Well, today they're around $115. They're a buck cheaper. Even so, they certainly did go down, and we protected ourselves because we had in the money on the options that we sold against them. So if you remember right, we sold the 325s. We got $27.75 worth of cushion. The stock went down $28, $29, but we also got that, $6 of that was juice, right? Which is the whole point of this trade. We're just trying to go for that $6,000 that we make every week on the juice. So then we got lucky. The stock expired out of the money, okay? Since we have the synthetics, we still hold that position. And then over the weekend, they had an announcement that full self-driving was going to be on a fast track to regulatory approval in the new administration, and the stock is up today. So we got a little bit lucky. It doesn't matter. We would have still been able to get the $6,000 a week, even down there at 325. Fortunately, we're up at 345, right? So here's what we're going to do for this week. So the stock is at 345-ish right now, 346. And so we could get $12.60, of which $11.50 of that is income, is juice, right? So $1,144 a contract. So that's $11,000, right? We would get for this week's juice. Well, I don't know. That's pretty good, isn't it? It's like 3% for the week. And it's right at the money. And I think Tesla is now in an uptrend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what, instead of doing the 345s, yes, we just jumped up $25. But maybe we go to these 350s or even more. But I'm going to look at the 350s and say, I'm still happy with $10 in juice, right? Even though I get no downside cushion on this, right? I've already got $6 in my pocket. How about another $10,200 for this week? And it's, just 4 days from now, 4.5 days from now, right? So that's what I'm going to do, is that now I'm going to sell the 350s, and I've got about a 46.7% chance that it goes up to the 350 or goes above it. If it keeps going above it, that's great. I maximize the amount of money I make in the trade. Yes, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of extra working capital to roll up higher than 350, but I'm happy to get this 345, 350 difference. Does that make sense? So it might go up that amount, plus I get another $5 there, and plus the $10.50 per share in juice. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do another $10,000 this week. I made $6,000 last week. I'm going to try to make $10,600 this week. And the gravy is, if I get another $5 by Friday, I get to keep all that extra $5. So it becomes a $15,000 trade for this week. And if you remember right, I only have $116,000 invested in the initial synthetics that I've got. So turning this little $6,000 trade from last week into a $15,000 or at least a $10,000 trade from this week. Tesla's exciting right now, but make sure you're careful because it can go back the other way just as quickly as it can go up. So you got to be really careful on Tesla, or anytime you do anything that you learn on the internet. How about that? If you want to learn a bit more about what we're doing, go ahead and check out the video and see how we did that last week. Take care.